Amazon and Google are battling it out for control of your living room. According to a report from Loop Ventures, 43% of Americans have used home assistants like the Echo or Google Home in the last 3 months. But which device is winning the war? Let's bring in Gene Munster, founder of Loop Ventures. Gene, good to see you. When you say 43%, that just means that they've tried it, right? They don't necessarily own it.
That's right. They've tried it. It's about 7% of U.S. homes actually have either an Alexa or Google Home. So it's a much smaller percentage of people actually have it.
What have you found in terms of accuracy?
Well, first I got to give credit to two of our analysts, David and Steve, because they soldiered through 800 queries on each of these, and they found that Google Home is slightly more accurate. 39% of the times you ask Google Home a question, it returns the right question, and Alexa was slightly lower at 34%. And so Google Home tends to do better at information, which makes sense because Google is good at information, and not surprising. Alexa tends to do better with shopping related. So I think if you're going to make us make a call on the race right now, it's a slight advantage to Google Home.
Is it really a slight advantage to Google Home, Gene? Because if I'm a Prime member, I'm going to get an Echo or I'm going to get a Dot just because it's connected to my ecosystem, and it's that much easier to make it more convenient for myself.
If you're an Amazon Prime user, that changes the equation. We were just looking at a recommendation based on purely does it answer the questions that you're asking it. And we looked over 5 different groups, and commerce was one of those 5 groups. So in the case of someone who's an Amazon Prime user, I think that they would probably see Alexa as the beneficiary just for the.
Give me some of the ideas of some of the questions that they found hardest to get right.
The things that were hardest were questions about people. So, for example, if you asked who is Christopher Columbus, it would struggle with that. Also, we noticed is that when we asked location-based question, location-based questions, it struggled with that. And I think that's an easy thing that both Alexa and Google Home can do better. And so the two analysts went back and reviewed what the answers were and double-checked them online, and found that in the case of location, it struggled.
All right, so incorporating the survey and what you found, Gene, put your analyst cap on. Who do you actually think has the lead in terms of selling the devices to get into your home, Google or Amazon?
That's Alexa. And part of the reason is that they've opened themselves up not only to skills, and there's about 1,000 different skills that third parties can build. Google hasn't opened themselves up yet for that. And separately is Alexa has opened up the hardware or the platform piece to be incorporated in other people's hardware. So they're just going to see Alexa inside a lot of other devices not made by Amazon. And so I think that is a big piece that it will benefit Amazon down the road.
My friends here are very worried that Alexa's always listening. Are you?
She is.
Yeah, I think.
Is she?
I think it's a very legitimate question. I mean, it records about a 5-second loop, and so just keep that in mind. And separately is that
Google not always listening?
I haven't seen. Google's listening too.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.